Hello and welcome to another video, and it's time for more Amico Forever. But like when you go to the cinema, you don't get to see the thing you want to see straight away. You just have to put up with a load of other old crap instead. And starting off today, OEB Pete's done it again. Now this is his channel, Ever Canadian, and oh, excuse me, my voice is going. So I'm logged into this channel, obviously. So this browser, obviously, I'm on Firefox on here, and yeah, I noticed sort of by stealth that he'd done it on the previous, his sort of main channel previously, his OEB Pete channel. I don't know whether he's done it on Pack Opening Pro, but I don't really go there anymore. I'm not sure if I'm still subscribed to that, but yeah, he basically shadow banned me. So just basically you type in a comment, and I realised this when I posted a comment on one of his videos the other day, and yeah, I'm actually quite, I quite favourable towards him. A bit of a laugh, quite entertaining, and he even commented on my video I made about his new channel, so or his new channel anyway. So just to sort of give you an idea of what happens, got 28 comments on here. What can I say? Evercade is the best thing since sliced bread. Okay, so Evercade is the best thing since sliced bread. Comment. Right, just give that a minute or two to sort of shake it all around the internet. Just have a quick refresh of the page, and it still, so my comment is there. Evercade, blah blah blah. It still says 28 comments. Now sometimes it can be a bit slow to catch up, but now let's go to what do you call it? Edge, Microsoft Edge. I don't like Microsoft Edge, but it seems to be forced on us with the bloody Windows. What's it anyway? So we'll go to that, and here we are on Microsoft Edge. And so I brought it up with this thing before. Just scroll down a bit, and obviously got 28 comments, and so I'm not logged in on this, so this will show. So I'll refresh the page because hush. So yeah, refresh the page because just because my comments should show up if I'm there. 28 comments. It's not there. It's sort by newest first. No, I'm not there. Nothing at all. I wonder if it happens. I wonder if it works with. No, I can't like this without signing in. So I'll go back to the other one, and I wonder if I can like the video with my still like it, but I wonder whether it shows up on his likes. Let's have a look. Just go back on Firefox. So like that, just refresh the page just to sort of confirm that. So obviously I pushed it up to 29. Oh, now it's gone down to 27. That's weird. Counting is difficult. So it's on to 29. This is weird. This is like when you try and book a cinema ticket online, and then you don't fill the order, and you sort of let it time out, and yet it still sort of retains the seat for about the next 20 minutes. Until it sort of realises you're not going to buy it and then times out. So let's just, someone else could have liked it in the meantime. So okay, 30 there. This might not be so easy to spot because it's keeps moving up and down. So we'll go back to Edge now. So it was on 28 before, refresh the page. Hush. So yeah, so at least it's gone up. So it goes up, but it doesn't let me post a comment, and yeah, I'll just show. Still on 28 comments, and yeah, so there we go. Thanks, Pete. Love you loads. Bye. So then just another little bonus. I went on to I posted this on the community page because I saw in the news our erstwhile Prime Minister, outgoing Prime Minister, such a fantastic individual, Boris Johnson. He had multiple holidays. He's letting the world burn, and just letting the country burn. And found a way to stop. So I found a way to stop Lady Decade going to Greece ever again. We'll send over Boris Johnson. Yeah, because she won't want to go there when he's over there. Then again, as I did get a couple of comments on this. Will Harbison said, "I imagine she's a Tory, so she's probably gutted that she missed him." Yeah, they do seem like Tories, her and Top Swat Gaming Man. Robert Smith, we should only give the Elgin marbles back if they agree to keep Boris Johnson. They can just keep him anyway. We don't bloody want him. God knows why people voted for him. Anyways, now on to the main event. Okay, so here we are on Amico Forever. Now, there wasn't a huge amount to look at this week. They sort of covered the Amico earlier on, and then sort of towards the very end there was a little bit. And the reason for that was because they had a guest, Papa Pete. I never watched any of his videos, but my God, he looks like he needs a wash, including washing his hair. But at least let's put a bit of gel on your hair, mate. You know, have it stick up. Why not? Then, yeah, so it's like one of those Sesame Street sort of inserts in between the sort of program proper. One of these kids is doing his own thing. Three of these kids are kind of the same, but except they're all sort of bloody nuts. Yeah, the majority of the video, after sort of the introduction and a bit of Amico stuff, was mostly Papa Pete. I flicked through it at this point. Mostly Papa Pete, so showing off some Intellivision games and going through some sort of unboxings or just showing off his collection. I mean, that is a mighty collection. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. I mean, I've got like shelves in my house. Obviously, most of us have shelves, but the more sort of stuff I buy, I'm sort of thinking, do I need it? Am I going to look at it, or is it just going to sit on a shelf and gather dust until I clean it? I mean, it's like there was a thing in Stockport last weekend, which was like a sort of comics event. There's a shop called Wow Comics, and I don't buy comics generally anyway, but I went down because it was, I mean, the most recent thing we had that was similar to that was a sort of, it was actually a decent event. In May it was quite a little while ago, sort of cosplay thing where they had cosplay parades and whatnot. I did put that on YouTube, I think. But did I put the pictures on as well? But basically, there are lots of people dressed in, cosplay outfits, superhero outfits, and so on. And I had a picture taken with like Doctor Strange, Catwoman, was it Spider Woman, and I never know because I know some of the Spider-Man lore, but I don't know all of it, and so I'm thinking, is it Spider Woman? Is it something else? I don't know. But yeah, and there was a lovely lady dressed as Wonder Woman. Man, she was nice. Anyways, so yeah, but this thing was like a sort of comics event, and they had sort of people from the Beano who used to write for the Beano, used to draw for the Beano back in the day in the 80s, sort of 40 years ago. And the choice of it, yeah, I sort of had a look around, but really it was just like a sort of, they'd opened up a sort of extra shop and just used like a display space to show off the work, show off the artist and the work, plus other little bits and pieces and people selling stuff as well. And it was nice to look at. In fact, if I remember, I'll put some pictures on at the same time as talking about it. But it's sort of, I didn't know any of the people personally who wrote the comics, and yeah, I just it was something I read when I was a kid. I really enjoyed it, the Beano and the Dandy and things like that, and got Whizzer and Chips, I remember. But there comes a point in your life when you sort of stop buying comics, and yeah, but it's not like, I mean, even I mean, you could speak to them quite normally. I'm sure they were quite nice people. I think I did sort of exchange polite nods with one or two as you sort of walking around, but I didn't have any particular questions for them, and I if they were just walking past me in the street, not in that, and I wasn't told in advance who they were, I wouldn't have picked them out and said, hey, that's the guy who wrote Dennis the Menace. But I did have my picture taken with Dennis the Menace, so I'll try and put that on here as well. And yeah, it's just sort of walked around, had a look around, and I was thinking it was going to be a bigger event than it was, but it was just sort of something to have a walk around, and I sort of had a walk around, and then took some pictures, and then kind of moved on with my day, and just had just sort of went for a walk around Stockport, because because yeah, I'm trying to get in a few walks and lose a bit of weight, and so it was okay to have a look round. But yeah, I saw one guy who was selling comics that looked quite interesting called Mancunian. And they had, I think it was like one comic for £4 and 3 comics for £8. And I sort of was tempted, because it was obviously a local thing, tempted to sort of put money into local business, as it were, and buy 3 of them for £8. And but I said to the guy, I'm just gonna have a look around Stockport. I'll come back a bit later. And then I didn't go back, and only because I just didn't really. You always best have a think about it first before you buy it. Because I realised afterwards, I just thought, all I'm going to end up doing is buying them, putting them on a shelf, and then that's it. They'll sit on a shelf. I won't read them properly. It's like you buy books. I bought sort of retro gaming books a few times on Kickstarter when those have come around. Sort of when that became a big thing early on. And then you sort of buy them, you have a quick look, flick through them, and then you just sort of put them on a shelf and never look at them again. I know we get so we get gaming magazines and so on. I used to buy Crash and Your Sinclair and other ones back in the day, and R.I.P. to Oliver Frey, who was one of the artists. So he did pretty much all the artwork for Crash magazine. So if you look up Crash and Oliver Frey, you'll see his artwork. But yeah, it's just, even though they have magazines coming out now, I don't buy them because I'm never gonna read them. I'll just put them on a shelf. And back, from when I bought them in the 80s, when time came to move on, they all just sort of went in the bin, which is a bit sad. Yeah, but then I'd read them cover to cover several times, and then so I got my money's worth out of them. Whereas if I bought them today, the new ones, I wouldn't get them my money's worth out of them, because I've got the internet to look up gaming stuff and so on. The 80s. Anyways, of course, the good thing about when you're taking pictures, sometimes you just capture that particular moment. And this one, he's staring at me. He's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Just like, get that camera out of my face. I just happened to catch a guy selling stuff who was eating a brownie. There was a lady selling brownies just outside. So again, similar to the comics. I did sort of nearly buy those. It's like £2 for a big brownie, and then again I just sort of thought, yeah, I'll come back, etc. And I didn't, because well, apart from the fact I'm trying to lose weight, I sort of remembered the very recent past where I'd been to the dentist to have bloody fillings done because they'd sort of knackered me teeth. So yeah, I sort of thought better of it, quite frankly. But enough about my problems. Anyways, so we're back to Amico Forever, and we got got the guys still hoping for some good news, like Herbert from Family Guy. Just waiting for the muscly arm Tommy Tallarico to come by, bring me some good news.
So I did reach out to Intellivision.
He reached out to Intellivision. In other words, he sent them a tweet and they didn't reply.
They are hoping to have an announcement update for you guys within this week. At the most, maybe a couple weeks.
So within a couple of weeks. So that's 24th of August. So by 7th of September, we will have some news at the very, very latest. So this is a company that said they were going to. Of course, he hasn't spoken to them at all. He's talking out of his fucking ass. But this is the organisation who said they were going to bring us shipping information by the end of February this year, and then they just fucking went through quiet time, and then and they shut all their offices. The fucking dickhead here just thinks that they're still making this fucking thing. The offices are empty. Nothing's being made. Nothing's being worked on. They're not making any of your games. You're not getting diddly fucking squat. At the time of making this video, I'm not quite sure still to what to call my my video, but I'm sort of going with at the moment a working title, which may be the one you're looking at now. Delusional Jejune Clowns, which is what does that stand for again? Or what is it? The definition for Jejune meaning? Oh, why does Microsoft Edge keep asking me, do I want to accept or reject cookies? I keep telling it reject. I don't give a shit. I reject them every time, and it still keeps fucking asking me. So Jejune, Jejune, naive, simplistic, and superficial. They're entirely predictable and usually Jejune opinions. For ideas and writings, their ideas are dry and uninteresting. So yeah, that's pretty much sums up these bloody clowns, that's for sure. So, where's my thing gone? Right. So let's just see what's. So we're definitely getting some news in 2 weeks, even though we're over 6 months on from when they said we were going to get news last time, and that was before they shut everything down.
And they got some very good things happening. It'll be good news.
Good news! Good news, everybody! I could have used a Futurama clip there, but why risk the copyright strike? Good news, everybody! The only news we'll ever get out of Intellivision is bankruptcy. That's any news.
And they, what they're doing is, obviously, like we know, they're trying to work tirelessly at these production units to get.
They're trying to work tirelessly at these production units. There's nobody working on production units. What fucking bullshit is he coming out with? Just gaslighting this shitty company that's fucking defunct anyway. Oh.
Out to those 25, like they said in the email. So they are really trying to make sure, as you know, Phil is quite a stickler to make sure everything runs perfectly and everything's running smooth and they work properly.
This is the man who made the Coleco Comedian, which is just basically, from memory, what was it now? Something inside a. Was it the insides of a Nintendo 64 inside of a Atari Jaguar shell? I can't remember now. Was it something inside of a something inside? I can't. Oh, just it would help if I fucking. I've got a computer here. Help if I fucking looked it up. It might have been inside an N64 shell. Coleco Comedian. Yep. Second prototype. And I can't find it without sort of bloody looking through endless pages of shite. But basically, I think it was something. So yeah, actually no. Looking at it, yeah, it was Atari Jaguar shell. So well, yeah, I was right the first time. So but Nintendo 64 internals inside a Atari Jaguar shell. Yeah, because I think they had there was a demo unit somewhere, and it showed, but it was see-through, and somebody recognised that the internals were a Nintendo 64, and that just blew the whole gaff wide open. And this fucking idiot still thinks that they're making this fucking thing, and that Phil Adam is a stickler for details. The only stickler for details that Phil Adam is for taking $17 million of your fucking money, stupid, and fucking off with it. The company is $10 million in debt, and okay, Rab, I'm sorry, I'm dropping truth bombs, and that's why you're not looking happy, and Nick's looking like he shat himself. But it's a fact. It's all finished. There's nothing left. There never will be. Nothing is being made. How can we get this through your thick skulls?
And they are going to take their time, unfortunately.
Well, they've been taking 6 months since they said they'd do anything.
Because they have a smaller staff now.
Yeah, well, that's one thing you've got right, DJC. You are bang on with that. You are bang on with Intellivision now having smaller number of staff. Because the number of staff they've got right now, before it was quite a few, around 50 perhaps. Now they do have a smaller number of staff, and that number is 0.
Make sure that's happening, but good things are happening, and hope to hear some news. Like I said, they're hoping within a week.
You stupid idiot.
But they want to make sure they have everything together before they do a statement, and it is good news.
Fuck off.
But yeah, they're going to have that out.
Actually, just there's some comments on this. Just just we're getting. I presume that's in relation to the good news. Good news, everybody! Wait in the next few weeks. Yeah.
time and getting the state.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Let's just go on.
But yeah, they're going to have that
taking
out.
your time and getting the state.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Even Nick looks like he's had enough.
Everything right.
His thing is that he
It's
doesn't want to
something
put
we
out.
need to do.
He doesn't want to put out something just to put something out. He wants to actually put out something of substance. So that
There's nothing being put out, you thick twat.
Absolutely.
he's just making sure everything's ready, and so to do that. So
Yeah, I couldn't agree with that methodology more. Particularly at this juncture.
He wants more of a quality product than to have it go, oh man, we got to get this out because everybody needs to have this out. It's like, no, now that they're actually in this process.
What process? There's no process that anyone's in. They're not making anything. What? He's just making shit up.
Going to manufacture these units, they want to make sure everything is top, And
Papa Pete's just like, oh, I'm waiting for you, Mr. Bond.
They want to make sure everything is functioning absolutely properly. I mean, you don't want to do it like the Playdate did. Even though this is the small little production run, they don't want to do. Yeah, exactly. Within a week.
The Playdate's delay wasn't that bad. I mean, their supplies are still kind of tight, but I think there's just a lot of demand.
They went into mass
there's
production.
More demand for that little thing than anybody thought there was going to be.
They went into a mass production.
So just oh shit. Oh fuck, where were we? Stupid system.
More of a quality product than to have it go, oh man, we got to get this out because everybody needs to have this out. It's like, no, now that they're actually in this process of going to manufacture these units, they want to make sure everything is top. They want to make sure everything is functioning absolutely properly. I mean, you don't want to do it like the Playdate did. Even though
just as a comment from Chuck. This is obviously a trolling comment. Can I buy Amico games alone? Only not many on eBay. Wonder why.
So this is the small little production run. They don't want to do. Yeah, exactly. Within a week.
The Playdate's delay wasn't that bad. I mean, their supplies are still kind of tight, but I think there's just a lot of demand.
They went into mass
there's
production.
More demand for that little thing than anybody thought there was going to be.
They went into a mass production before they made thousands and thousands of units, and then went, oh man, there's a battery problem. Yeah. And so this is, even though this is only the first 25 production.
So just picks on one thing and just sort of assumes that's across the board. Picks on one little niggle and they're just, really clutching at straws there.
Units or 20 or whatever it's supposed to be. Yeah. They don't want, they want to check the same thing because these are the units that are going to be based on the mass. Yeah. So if everything works good with these, that's kind of what they just want to make sure everything is working perfectly.
Yeah, but to be fair,
I need to get on a waiting list for one of those little things because the more I see Gogan go play with it, the more I want one.
Pete, have you had this? This is really good.
I have not had that. No, I've not really dove much into Blue Moon. Isn't it kind of like a citrusy style beer? Yeah,
it's like an orange citrus. This Moon Haze has a little bit of bitterness, like an IPA, but very, very subtle, and it has a little more. It has like dried oranges. When it's brewed, it has like a bunch of dried oranges in it. Yeah. So it gives it a little more orange flavor. I think a actual orange slice in this would make it taste a little bit better.
That's how Blue Moon was normally served every time I've seen it, with like an orange slice.
Come on, get back to Amico.
Yeah, that's their brand. I would say going back to the Playdate, even if you take your time, you try to get everything perfect.
God, even Panda Shill sounds like
even if he
doesn't believe it anymore. I'd like to see Phil announce a sequel to the Amico. I'm sure the internet would appreciate the joke. Panda Shill, you sad man.
You take your time, you try to get everything perfect. Even the professional manufacturers who have done this multiple times get things wrong. So you want them to do everything right. You want them to, not have egg on their face when they launch this thing. They already have a lot of, negativity.
They don't need egg on the face. They got millions in the bank. They can put their eggs on the plate.
From the community, so there's not really anywhere they can go by rushing it out and having a bad product. So they've got to do it. They've got to do it right. I would appreciate more communication. And if they're looking to communicate in the next week to 2 weeks, then that tells me 2 to 3 weeks. But
that's what I'm saying.
Look forward to hearing something from them.
Can't Rab just see the DJC making this shit up?
Yeah, please don't take a timestamp from me, please.
Yeah, I just want to make
sure. So we're not supposed to take that seriously. So apparently Intellivision have told you it'll be 2 weeks maximum, and now you're saying don't trust the source. fucking bullshit.
Sure, it's not like next Wednesday and they're like, it's been a week, or it's Saturday
Right,
evening
right.
and like within the week, and this is this Saturday and you haven't heard anything. If
I
their
kinda look at
intentions
it
are
this-
within a week or two, something can push that back. If there's
If we get the Amico coming out, I will bare my bottom in Currier's window in Stockport.
20 people
One
working
thing
in
you know at
television,
this
10
point,
people
when they
working,
finally
you
come out
don't
and
know.
say something, they're going to have it 100% certain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
that's
100% certain. Oh, another one. This is the company who said they were going to do this, that, and the other, and then they never brought anything out anyway. Gordon Bennett, you thick twats.
what it needs to be.
So-
And I'm
Yeah,
okay
he's
with
not
at
just
this
going to say
point,
something.
because it's been so long
Yeah.
that we've been kind of around this. The last thing that I think any of us want is like another misstep anywhere, right? So making sure that everything's ready and clean is the right way to go in my mind, right?
Stability. He's a stickler for
So-
stability. He wants to make
Yeah.
sure this unit is stable and ready to go. 1,000.
Make sure the unit is stable. The unit it weighs about 2 pounds in weight or something. You just knock it, it'll fall onto the floor and smash. There's nothing stable about it, whether it's they've not even finished, in terms of software or in terms of whether it will sit on a table. And they're not even finished the front end, the back end, the games end. No ends are finished.
1,000%. Instead of going,
Hey?
and ready to go. 1,000%.
Oh, you gaslighting twat.
Instead of going, we need to fix this, we need to fix this. Oh man, we should have maybe took a little extra few weeks or a month to make sure this was okay, because I don't think it's like, let's rush this out by Christmas. It's more or less, let's get this ready for manufacturing
It's never been manufactured. Good God.
soon,
Yeah.
and that's the whole reason for these units as well.
I think at this point, any movement is good at this point. It at least shows some promise. Whereas we've been kind of like going,
Yeah, it's been a lot of stagnant
okay
time.
over
It's
here?
been a whole
It
lot
has
for a very
been. And
long
that's
time.
that's what he really wants to get it out this week, by end of week or early next week. But it's once again, if it happens in a couple weeks, he just wants to make all his info is ready so that it's good stuff coming. I don't know what the good stuff is, but
Right, alright, so it's good stuff coming. Good news is coming. It's definitely good news. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely good news. Just, it just beggars belief. It really does. Absolutely beggars belief.
it's good stuff coming. He said. So anyway,
Good
so
to hear.
that's and he knows everybody's waiting, and he wants to put it out just as fast.
In fact, it sounds like we've got two people trying to go for Tory leadership, the Conservative Party, and both are as hopeless as the other. There's one of them who's going to win. I'm not going to go into names and anything like that, but because most people won't be following it anyway if they're abroad, especially. But they promise this, that, and the other. They say we're gonna sort this out for you. We're gonna sort out the energy bill crisis for you. We're gonna sort out this. It's good news coming. Blah blah blah. Well, how are you gonna do it? We don't know. And that's what this is like.
But then
he
it will
wants,
be
he
from
wants it out almost faster than anybody. I can tell you that.
it will be directly from them. It'll be from them, not just me talking.
Because we know we can trust Intellivision.
So it'll actually be from them. I can wait at least another 2 years. Hey, we all
Apparently we're
have,
paying people to
right?
Shut up so Papa Pete can talk.
Yeah. Anyways,
Sorry, Pete.
yeah.
Maybe I don't have anything to say. I'm listening. I'm
We
learning.
get the Amico stuff
I guess Papa Pete's trying not to embarrass himself.
out early, so we could talk about all the stuff we normally talk about on here, which is other stuff.
Everything else. Yeah.
Everything else.
So
I'm kidding.
I will address the one thing though. The commenter said, "Papa Pete, did you hear about the thing about Tommy being a Hall of Famer? What do you think about that?" I think the rest of
Oh, this was fucking funny. So, I'll just say, for anyone who's not followed it, from what I've seen, Tommy Tallarico, is in the minor league baseball Hall of Fame. And the reason he's done that is because he's paid many thousands of dollars to take part in a lot of minor league baseball games. And once you've done, I don't know how many it is, but once you've done so many of them, you get inducted into the minor league baseball Hall of Fame. So just basically so it's not through talent. It's just basically by paying a lot of money and turning up. And that's it. That's all you have to just pay lots of money. And how do you think this lot took it?
Panel answered last week. Did you guys answer that last week?
I don't
No.
remember. Oh, I remember people. I haven't really been following it. I guess.
Oh, I've not really been following it. Oh dear, it's bad news about Tommy. It's people. Oh, it's the haters that are out there. I've not really been following it. Oh shucks.
Is this the
I have
new
no idea what it is,
video?
even frankly. I
Is
just
this
Oh, and he doesn't know either. Bang, 2 for 2.
assumed he's probably going to a video game Hall of Fame.
Wasn't it
And
like
when
an
you have the
honorary
most
thing
credits in
for
history of anybody in
like some
video gaming,
support or some
He'd
such?
probably be in the.
I
Sorry.
believe it was. Oh, you talk about the whole baseball thing or something? That he
Look at DJC. He's got lots of towels. He's touching himself all up. Well, he probably does that anyway. But he's touching himself all over as sort of as if because he's unsure about what he's saying. So here we go.
Probably be in
Watch DJC.
the.
I
Sorry.
believe it was. Oh, you talk about the whole.
He's touched his neck one side, around to the other side to his neck, and then down his front because he knows he's talking fucking bullshit.
Like some support or some
He'd
such?
probably be in the.
I
Sorry.
believe it was. Oh, you talk about the whole baseball thing or something? That he was honorary Hall of Fame because he went to like a million.
we went to the Yankees
training
spring
camp.
training camp.
Oh.
He went to a million training camps. He just paid to turn up, you dimwit.
the
for
time
a number of years. Yeah.
for many
He was there
years
very
actually. So
regularly.
they gave him like an honorary thing. So I don't
Oh God, I think Papa Beat's having a stroke.
Yeah,
for many
he was there
years
very
actually. So they
regularly.
gave him like an honorary thing. So I don't understand what the whole controversy
What?
is.
They gave him an honorary thing for turning up, for being in a million. He was in a million matches, and they gave him an honorary thing. No, he paid a lot of money just to get the title. Good God.
What would be anybody's opinion on that other than good for him?
So they think it's like the Oscars where he's won an award. No, he just paid for the fucking award.
Right. I mean, I guess just people have
That's all
nothing
I
to
have
grasp
say
on.
about it is
Okay,
cool.
good. I didn't know if that was something else. Like I thought maybe because I mean,
Yeah.
we all know he's got more with his music history. He's got more credits in video games than anybody else. So
Yeah, Tommy's got more music credits in video games than anyone else. So music credits like Aladdin, which he didn't make, and lots of other games which he didn't make. So the reason he's got more credits than anyone else in video game music is because he made the whole fucking thing up. You fucking believed it.
of course, you would think if there was a Hall of Fame, he would be the top guy in the music aspect of video games. So of course, he'd be in a Hall of Fame if there was one, right? So
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, it's like
yeah.
a university bestows an honorary degree. What do you think about that?
No, but you don't pay for an honorary degree. They gift you the honorary degree.
Good, great.
Good.
I mean, if
Good for him.
the
I mean,
organization
they're
thinks he's
they're
bringing
just trying
value
to make
to
Tommy
them
hate
and
videos. They're all over the
Then good for
place.
them.
You know, I have a
him,
million.
congratulations.
Say again.
Thinks he's bringing
they're just trying
value
to make
to
Tommy
them
hate
and
videos. They're all over the
then good for
place.
them.
You know,
In fact, he's more tells there, just touching himself all over again. Wait until the video's over before you start touching yourself.
If
I
the
think
organization thinks he's bringing
they're just trying
value
to make
to
Tommy
them
hate
and
videos. They're all over the
then good for
place.
them.
You know, I have a
Him,
million hate
congratulations.
videos at me too. Go for it. Knock yourselves out.
I don't care about anyone else. When I think about Tommy, I touch myself.
don't care.
Oh yeah,
Knock
this
videos
is.
at me too. Go
There we go.
for it. Knock yourselves out. I don't care.
I don't care. So I'm moving on now because I know I've made a fucking ass of myself. Let's move on.
I mean,
But,
they do stuff. They do those honorary degrees all the time, particularly if you
Yeah.
like
Absolutely.
for especially like the super elite and wealthy that like dedicate entire wings and stuff like that. A lot of times they'll give them an honorary degree and make them alumni and all this other stuff because, I mean, to them at that point it's just a piece of paper. They've already basically paid,
Yeah.
their dues on this.
And
stuff.
I don't want to say like an MIT honorary degree is the same as
No.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the story. I don't know if it's the Yankees minor
You don't know. Of course you fucking know. You twats live and breathe, Tommy.
league affiliate or the
Windy Pops.
yeah. I know we did spring training camp down in Florida or the summer league or the winter league that they have down there. I don't know, what the Hall of Fame is. I don't know enough about the story, but if they're bestowing a thanks in that way, then
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
good for him.
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah.
Gaslighting twats.
I want one
Pretty
too.
much.
Yeah, I
go
mean,
to
I
a lot
wish
of
I
Mets
cared
games.
as
I will
much.
take my
People
Hall of
care
Fame.
about that so much. They're all like, but he said he was a Hall of Fame. I'm like,
Okay.
I wish I cared. It's whatever.
Well, there comes a point where you just argue like the phrasing of words for semantic
Yeah.
reasons, not for any real purpose. I mean, if they want to put him in there as an honorary member of the Hall
Yeah,
of Fame,
absolutely.
then
Go
okay,
for it,
go
man.
ahead.
Oh, he's not an honorary member. He paid for it.
Cool.
Dude,
I don't
it's
care.
had a decade worth or more of training camps and hung out and played, and yeah, of course.
I have a
Of course,
brass
make
plaque
him an
of my
honorary.
favorite bar stool at my local pub, but I really don't. I don't see where it's a big deal.
I used to have well, I wasn't really like a nameplate or anything on it,
Do
but
people rub it
they
for
knew
luck?
that I sat there.
Yeah. I come in, they have to move. No, I'm just kidding.
They just rub
Yeah.
it. This is where Pete sat.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so apparently the controversy is from ADM 712 here. It says, alleged on his LinkedIn page, he was a New York Yankees Hall of Famer. He was just called out on some channels for embellishing what he said. Okay.
All right, so
Okay, whatever.
who cares?
Who cares? So yeah, again, he's just sort of moving on because he doesn't want to talk about it because he knows he's been busted. Yeah, you're so fucking see-through. You better fucking. Yeah, the good thing you'd be good at is to replace my window because I can see through you better than I can see through a fucking window.
I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to like.
I
know
mean, that
people
seems
are
kind of
everywhere.
like a nothing burger to me, really. But
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just
to
another
each their
thing.
own.
Another way to dig it, Tommy.
Oh no, another way to dig it, Tommy. Another way to point out facts. Oh dear, what a shame.
Whatever, man.
I
mean-
don't spend my days trying to find like obscure things.
I don't like who's
worry
searching
about.
LinkedIn pages.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's okay. That's fair enough. Who goes on LinkedIn? Nobody goes on LinkedIn. But it was proved on LinkedIn that all the staff from Intellivision, because they'd shut the company down, they'd gone on LinkedIn to advertise. At the time they were shutting the company down, they'd gone on LinkedIn to advertise for a new job. Basically, they all wanted to get a new job somewhere else because they weren't going to get paid at fucking Intellivision.
Man,
You're
like
lost.
really?
Yeah,
Well, I probably know a couple that were probably doing that, but
that's a level of
But-
creeping.
CG.
anyways, more power to them. Maybe I should go to the Yankees and get a honorary thing. And then people
What did we
can
learn
make
today?
20
Don't embellish.
Well, if you have the thousands of dollars, but you've given it all to Tommy.
Maybe I should go to the Yankees and get a honorary thing. And then people
What did we
can
learn
make
today?
20
Don't embellish
20
your
videos
resumes.
on how I said
Nobody
it.
does
And I
that.
shouldn't say it.
Yeah, nobody ever embellishes or phrases their resume in such a way to try to better their odds of getting a job. Nobody does that.
Never
I-
been done.
I've spearheaded 27 things on this CV.
Yeah.
Hi DJC, Pete Rab, admins. I felt like the Intellivision entertainment was gearing up. I felt it in the Amico Force. Like Elvis once said, it's now or never. Phil realises this. The fuck are you talking about?
Felt like a television entertainment is gearing up. I felt it in the Amico Force, like Elvis once said. It's now or never. Phil realizes, yeah,
Fucking hell, there's an echo in here.
you're right. You're right. This is now or
Very
never.
true.
Man.
It's very true.
That 75 because I don't want to be like
yeah,
that
there
the
you go,
moment
Mickey
before like
Phantom.
we lost Elvis.
So,
I'm
anyways,
not drunk enough for this stream.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm
Yes.
drinking the Moon Haze, which is, I think that's a 6%er. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good. And then I also got a backup after that, a Samuel Adams October.
Pete has water.
Water?
Whoa!
Yeah.
I think it's straight
Water.
vodka right there. I think you just found straight vodka. What are you drinking, Rab?
A Hefeweizen.
Oh,
Paulaner.
nice.
Ooh, Hefeweizen's good. I like
I
that.
love a good Hefeweizen. I love wheat beers in general. But is it Windmere or Windmere is like one of my favorite Hefeweizens.
Oh, I love that
even
brand.
Mustang.
I've got those. Yeah, we got those down here. Those are really
all right.
good.
I think after Nick's drunk the can, he then eats the can.
But anyways, so I'm just watching some of these. Okay. All right. So the whole reason we have our special guest on is to talk.
Okay, so we're moving on now from we're done with the Amico stuff. In the main, there's still a little bit of Amico stuff to go, so we'll just come to that, but not long to go now. So this one, we're at 1:22. We're now 22 minutes into the live stream. They've been talking about. Someone talked about an Intellivision controller. I think they talked about could you use the Intellivision Amico controller with like modern consoles or something. and talking about homebrew games as well, because Papa beats into those.
Topic. This is
Oh,
an
that's
easy
so
topic to keep going.
late to the show. Late to the show. But yeah, so I know that they're planning to do that. I know they're going to release like a sports pack and
So DJC suddenly get into Amico stuff, saying he thinks they're going to bring out. Rab's disappeared for some reason. He's obviously gone outside to stalk people, as he likes walking the streets at night. And they talk about. He seems to think Intellivision will be bringing out packs of games for the Amico, classic games for the Amico. So the company who doesn't have any rights to the original games, he thinks they're going to be rather than charge $20 for each one like they did with the Barks editions. He thinks they're going to just put all the games, like all the sports games, in one pack and sell it for $20 and so on. Yeah.
action pack. I think they're going to release all the classic stuff in packs as well. But
where'd you get that information from? He doesn't tell us.
If they ever end up doing that type of thing, where you can play online.
Oh no, seeing more of the trolls entering the chat. Well, there's 3 of them on screen now.
Even if it's just peer-to-peer online, and
yeah,
I don't even really need to have I know they're trying to keep it kid-friendly and family-friendly and stuff like that, but I would really like that. I mean, even now, I think
Earthworm Jim 4, you've got to be trolling, fella.
that might be, that might have been what they originally were considering. But I mean, if they could put controls on it or parental controls or whatever you want to call it, I still think I'd, like you said, if I could play a game of Major League Baseball and just sign in and not even have to talk to anybody, but I know that I'm playing with you.
So in other words, like playing online games, but without a headset, just like you can do normally on any other console.
That's good enough.
Sure.
I could be like, oh man, I could text you and go, that was good. But to have that option to play an online person,
you guys could just hop on Discord. I mean, I work around that stuff all the time. Like the Nintendo's online voice chat is garbage.
So now Discord. Probably in my video description for this video, like a lot of my videos, I set up a Discord. I think I visited a Discord page once, and then I set up my own Discord. Apart from setting it up, I've never been back to it. So there could be all kinds of shit on there, but I've never been to my own Discord. I've been to Paradise. Excuse me. I need to get a new drink. I've been to Paradise, but I've never been to my own Discord.
I end up just using my phone and hooking some headphones in, using Discord.
Yeah.
Just do stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that when they were talking about this, they were into, and I know at least Tommy said this a while back, but if they get up and going, they have really good relationships in television themselves, obviously, because they're making television homebrews with all these homebrew publishers, and I'm very sure they'd be happy to. And don't quote me because I don't.
Because you're making shit up.
Work for the company, but I'm saying I think they would be really down to do packs of homebrews for the Amico if it came out.
So rather than buying individual, rather than just downloading the homebrew games and playing them on your Intellivision console, he thinks he's going to be able to. He thinks they're going to sign away their rights to put out all these games. I mean, the Amico themselves or Intellivision themselves, I think they were going to do it like 50-50 cost. So if it was $10 for a game, then they would sell. Intellivision will make $5, and then the writer of the game makes $5. So if you've got several games on there in a pack, let's say 5 games, each writer of the game would get $1 out of it. Then even if they did gather together 5 homebrew games and put it out for $10 or even $20 in a packed box edition form, there's certainly not going to be the scale, the scale of product there to put out tons and tons of boxes for each individual game. There's no market for it, so it's a niche product at best. Even on Atari Age, when they have new Atari games and other Atari 2600 and 7800 and 5200 and so on, the games end up costing about $60 each. So it was around about 30 quid or $50 back in the day, and now it's like $60 each for a game. in a box edition. So probably not really a whole lot more than it was back when they first came out. But and that's for something that people are going to want to buy. But there's not a chance that would happen for homebrew games for the Intellivision Amico, because the products are so niche. There's only 4 people that seem to be maybe 5 people that are interested in still having one, which is these 3 plus Rab, who's disappeared, and Mike Malist. That's Malist as in a shopping list.
So if someone wants to play Boulder Dash or Space Raid or The Show Must Go On or stuff like that, I think that would be a sweet.
I think that'd be a great addition to be able to bring out there, and it's another revenue stream for those developers.
Who's going to be buying these apart from you lot? Well, apart from DJC, he buys 10 copies of everything,
right? Which is always a good thing.
Yeah,
absolutely support. But anyways, I want to thank everyone in the chat. Thank you for being awesome and being civil for the most part.
So so that's that. I think then we get to one little bit at the very end. What do you say? Deadly dogs, I don't know.
Start looking into that one. And yes, you did, sir. You absolutely did. It is far and away exceeding in every way what I thought it was going to do. It is crazy.
Oh, this is awesome. Thank you.
It is crazy.
There we go.
Oh, this is awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. All the supporters, all the subscribers. Please subscribe on your way out and hit the like button, and all the trolls and all the lurkers, and apparently people that use our content for them. For them.
Trolls, so Windy Pops. So people who don't share his view of made up shit are trolls. Charming.
Everybody.
Thanks a lot.
Even if I'm not talking to you directly, hi. It's good to see you.
Take care, everyone.
What did DJC say?
Hi, people.
For them.
It's good to see everybody.
Thanks a lot.
Even if I'm not talking to you directly, hi. It's good to see you.
Take care, everyone.
Oh, hang on. What's DJC? Geeks with Cash. What is DJC's? Where's it gone? What is DJC saying? A homebrew is physical or in the online store? Yeah, it's not going to be in any way. He's just making shit up.
Oh,
hey guys, thanks for having me on, man.
And there we go. So, what shit have I been watching? Here's the embarrassing point. Well, I've got Mark Dice. He's always quite amusing. I never agree with everything he says, but he does make some amusing videos. He did a brilliant video of Brian Stelter on CNN. He's finally got sacked. He's the one with the funny Mark Dice voice, or the one Mark Dice uses to make Brian Stelter sound even more funny. So yeah, those are worth watching. So yeah, click on Mark Dice's video, but go to and watch his Brian Stelter video. And every Christmas he does a compilation of that year's best moments from his CNN show. What else we got? Well, I've looked at various Simpsons ones. I've not actually looked at that. I watched the Pat NES Punk and Chris Griffin there at the dinner podcast thing. But the final chat was the final question was from a guy who apparently was supposed to look and sound like Tommy Tallarico. We heard him; he didn't sound like him, but he was supposed to be sort of dressed like Tommy Tallarico. But they never showed him. So how fucking stupid is that? What else have we got? Oh, Bonomi TV, hello. I've not actually watched that video. I watched some of his other videos, including one about Lady Decade, pulling apart everything that every piece of bullshit that Tipster says about simping for Lady Decade. So that's quite amusing. I did watch that one, DJC. And Ron Peniel, is it? I think those two mentioned this guy. We never had this guy over here, but apparently he died recently and he used to do all this Ronco shit. So, I looked him up because I had no idea who they're talking about. So I was going to the Pat the NES Punk video. I've not watched. I've had a look briefly at that Slothan video. But I've got a few Slotham videos to catch up on. Why I've got 2 of the same Gamers Nexus videos there? That's very odd. Now, not listened to the Pina Colada song. Obviously, I know the Pina Colada song. But I looked up I'm Not In Love because 10cc, great song. Yeah, what's Never Ending Story. Because I had to hear that again. I know Darius has made a lot of his videos private, and one of them being the Fake Museum Story instead of Never Ending Story. John Hancock and the Fake Museum Story. But yeah, that video has been made private as well. So it's a shame. I'd like to see that one again. Anyways, so that's all that for now. We got through another one. We'll see if Intellivision get in touch with us by this time next week. I can already answer that question. The answer will be no. Anyway, well, I mean, I've got The Last of Us Part 1 remake coming in time for next Friday. Why would I want, I can just throw that in the bin when it comes because I'll be playing the Amico instead. Anyways, that's enough for now. Please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell for all notifications. Oh, did he get any comments though? It said he got 1 comment. I'll just refresh the page. It's got no comments. So he did have 1 comment and it wouldn't come up. And I think it was just another spam comment because he had loads of spam comments for dodgy websites last week. And he's only got 383 views on this. So the views are dropping week by week as well on these Amico Forever podcasts. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. What the hell was going on there? How did that start automatically? Jeez, that just made me jump out of my fucking skin. Fucking hell. I thought, oh god, my heart is going 10 to the fucking dozen now. But just look at his thing. I mean, okay, it's only just been up less than a day. 383 views. Where are we? A week ago, 767. Go back 2 weeks, 859. So they seem to top out under 1,000 hits anyway. Oh, 760 views. So they're all over the place. Anyways, I forgot what I was up to. Please like this video, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell for all notifications. That's just really freaking me out. Him dressed as a burger, hot dog, and Q Genesis.